Hey, Coach, welcome. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. So I'm just wondering, what obviously it's a great opportunity, but what kind of drew you to this job specifically, and what do you make of the group that you have? Just the little that you've been able to see so far. I know you know Kenny, obviously, but you got more than that to coach, obviously.
Just seems like a consistent organization. Have good leadership at the top. A team that works hard, and just my 3 years in Washington and really just watching film of the Colts. Seeing how hard guys play. Guys running to the ball. And then obviously the secondary and getting a chance to reunite with somebody that I'm familiar with is awesome. Looking for big things out in the group. And haven't gotten a chance to meet many of the guys yet, but watching them on film, we got a good group. We got some youth. We got some older guys. So just looking forward to this season and building upon what we did last year.
JJ? We'll go George Bremer.
As a first-year coach, how important is it to you having a guy like Xavier Rhodes re-sign here and be a leader in that room?
Oh, it's going to help a lot. Obviously we got our starting corners back, so that helps a lot. For me being the new guy, I'm playing catch-up right now. This is the first time I've ever been on a staff where I'm the only new guy on that side of the ball. So I've been playing a lot of catch-up, and obviously, like you just mentioned, it's going to help having guys that are experienced with the system, and there's going to be times where I got to lean on them and ask them, maybe how they did something last year or what's comfortable for them.
JJ?
Hey, James, just specifically with Xavier, as you've kind of gotten to the film on him, what did you see that he put on film last year, and what do you see as his skill set in this position kind of going forward?
Well, he's a big, strong, fast athlete. He's a very noticeable guy. When you step on the field, even I remember when we played Minnesota when I was at Washington, he stands out. So obviously he has great physical attributes, has a lot of experience. He's been successful in the NFL. He's a guy that can help young guys as well. And then just his ability to match up with different type of wide receivers. He's big, so he can handle the bigger guys, and then he's athletic, so he handles the small guys as well. So, he had a great year for us last year, and we're hoping, obviously we want to build on that and do even better.
Jim Allen?
I want to ask about the other guy on the opposite side is Xavier is Rock, and just what you've seen so far. I think everybody's expecting him to take another step forward in his third year. What have you seen so far watching him?
Rock's a good young talent, and I think with anybody coming into the NFL, there's a process of growth, and I think he's going through his process right now. But he has a lot of attributes that I'm looking forward to coach and getting the most out of him, and I think he has a bright future in the NFL.
Larry?
How did this opportunity come about for you? Were you looking to get back in the NFL? The Colts reach out? How did it all come?
Me and Coach Borgonzi worked the Shrine Game together a few years back, and we stayed in touch since then. And obviously, I think they asked Kenny more about me throughout the process, and I knew I had a relationship with Jonathan Gannon as well. So the Colts reached out, and led to an interview, and things went from there.
You need to have a background in the cover two style defense to be a part of this staff, or?
For me, honestly, I'm learning it from Alan Williams and Matt Eberflus, guys that are, experienced as it gets with this system. So obviously for me, it's great for my growth as a coach, and then hopefully I can bring some ideas of things I might have done somewhere in the past that can add to the system.
Zach Kiefer?
Hey, Coach, I wanted to go back to Rock. He's been criticized pretty regularly around here for the big plays he gave up in his first couple of years, penalties. What did you see on tape? And I know you were kind of asked about this a second ago, but, a lot of young corners go through those bumps, like you said. What are the things he's struggling with that you were able to tell?
I think one of the main things we're probably going to work on most of this spring is hand placement. You know, sometimes he gets his hands a little high on the wide receivers, cause them to tug a couple times, and that's something we can correct in the whole group. You know, and then just getting used to playing the ball better, you know, and feeling more comfortable out there. Like I said, I think he has all the ability in the world. I think he's going to be really good in this league, and you know, you face tough wide receivers. It's tough out there, man. It's a tough position.
Stephen Holder.
Yeah, I was just going to ask one specific question on Kenny. I wonder if you could just kind of tell us what it's been like to watch him evolve from the guy you knew some years ago to what he's become now. I mean, he's on that verge of, like, you know, Pro Bowl elite player at this point. Come a long way, and really, and also has, like, found a really specific role too. Has any of this surprised you? And just, you know, tell me just your impressions of what you've seen.
So I was the genius that moved Kenny in college from corner to strong safety, and then eventually to nickel. But so some of those tools, you know, come about at safety. You know, I'm sorry, at nickel that he learned from safety. But at the end of the day, with Kenny, the great athlete, you know, does all the little things right, but the human being is even better. You know, and whenever you're around somebody that's that type of human, you know, they're going to find a way to be successful. No matter what they do, and it's been awesome to see him grow. I wish we would have got him in Washington back when I was there. You know, and then even that process of getting cut, you know, by the Patriots, and then the Colts picking him up and taking a chance on him, and he's flourished in that role. You know, and I preach to a lot of guys that I coach in college or guys that I mentor that, you know, Kenny Moore is the standard of what you can become. You know, don't count yourself out. So.